I'll, that's a big claim, but I can't think of any other way to explain this. I had two more videos removed last night in the middle of the night. And it's always the middle of the night too. So it's always literally the very first thing I wake up to is notification on my phone that I had videos removed by YouTube. Um, but I had two more videos removed last night. That makes three this month alone. These two news videos are videos that are over 6 years old, from way, way back when, before before I had sponsors, before I worked with any companies, back when, a lot of the cool stuff for guns I was borrowing from a buddy to do reviews on the video, on my channel. Uh, One was a video I did way back when on the Chiappa triple threat. And then the other was, I think to this day, one of, if not the highest viewed video, long form video that I had on my channel, which was the review I did on my Uberti Remington 1858 New Model Army replica. And that video had, I think, over 30,000 views, which I know isn't a lot, but I'm a smaller channel. But both videos were removed for um, firearms related content and violating the regulated items policy. Basically, they said I was selling firearms, ammunition, or accessories in those videos, which I'm not in those videos. The timestamps that they give, literally all three of these past videos, the timestamps they've given has had nothing to me even remotely trying to sell firearms or even remotely talking about where to buy firearms or anything. All three of them. And I find it odd. The reason why I think I'm being targeted or feel like I'm being targeted is because um, I'm the only one that this seems to be happening to. I don't see other YouTube channels talking about this, about having their videos removed for the sales policy when they're clearly not, and their appeals constantly being rejected and not a single appeal being, granted. Every single time this happens, my appeals get rejected every single time. When I edit out the the section that they asked for to edit out and submit it, I never get a response, and the video still isn't up. That's what happened with my Halo 22 that I did, my Halo AR video that I did. That video had no sponsors in it at all. And the section that they cited that I was trying to sell firearms, I was literally talking about the trigger and how it was mushy because it was a hodgepodge of springs and rubber bands that I slapped in there to make it work. No firearm sales at all. Um, but this keeps happening, and it's mostly my old videos from way back when I wasn't trying to sell anything um, at all, and or even talking about company sponsors or anything. And the appeals are always denied, and it always happens in the middle of the night. And that tells me one thing: the people who are reviewing these videos and doing it, they're not in the United States. They're over in India or Pakistan or wherever YouTube has their data centers where they have all these people working, to review content and stuff. Um, They're not Americans. They're not working during the day when we're all awake. They're doing it in the middle of the night when we're all asleep. And because they're in foreign countries where they don't have gun rights, they've never touched a gun in their entire damn life, um, they literally, it's for them. They'd rather just, oh no, it's rejected. Because for them, it's easier for them just to reject an appeal, even though they don't know anything about firearms or anything about U.S. firearm laws, because they don't want it to be trouble for them later on. So we got non-Americans who know nothing about firearms or firearm rights in America. The law is subject to me because I follow federal law. I follow state law. That's what I have to do with all my content and my builds. But to them, they get to supersede federal law and state law and determine what's in my videos while having zero knowledge about the content that they're actually regulating. And then, of course, then I get to wake up first thing in the morning, getting ready to work, and then I'm pissed off for the entire day because here I am having more videos unrightfully removed from my channel because I don't know, some dude in India thinks that he sees a gun and thinks I'm trying to sell guns because I'm doing a video for reviewing a gun. It's really getting frustrating, and it seems like I'm the only firearms content channel that's having this problem. I don't see any other channels talking about it, making videos about it. So why is it just me? I'm not a big channel. I got a little over 36,000 subscribers. I'm not huge on the. I'm not a big name. You know, I maybe just big enough to be on their radar, but I don't have a ton of followers. And they go, why am I the one being that targeted and having my videos constantly removed for policy violations that I'm clearly not violating? I don't get it. It's honestly frustrating. And every time I talk to the email, the chat support, they're unhelpful. They literally, the last time I recorded the whole conversation, I'm thinking about doing a long form video on this, where I show all my screenshots of recorded conversations with these people. Literally, what they tell me is that they can't give personal um, opinions on anything because they want the power to be in the hands of the creators for them to make their own success. Which, how can I be in power, in control of my success and power if they keep removing my videos and rejecting my appeals? I don't. That makes no sense to me. And then I'm in chalk talking with the team YouTube and YouTube on X as well, trying to get them to figure stuff out, and they don't do anything either. So what is the option for us firearms content creators when YouTube clearly makes bad calls and removes videos for policies that were not violated, yet nothing, that we have no recourse because the chat support doesn't help us. They can't do anything. All they can do is they literally copy and paste and show me policies that I already know inside and out. Um, and they say they can, yeah, get it to the attention of someone else. Okay, I've never seen that actually resolve in anything. And then I've got on X, it's the same thing. We'll look into it and get back to you when we have more information. It's been a week since the last video I was trying to talk on this, where I literally sent them a video, screen recording of this section that they said that I was selling firearms. I'm clearly not selling firearms. Every time this happens, I tag YouTube and Team YouTube on X and say, hey, why does this keep happening to me? And they never give me an answer why it's happening to me, and how come they always reject my appeals, even though it is clear that the removal is not right. They're wrong, and I'm not selling firearms, ammo, or accessories, because it happens every single time. I make an appeal, they reject it. I go through, I remove the little section of the video that they want me to remove, where I wasn't selling firearms, and then I never get the video back. It never gets approved after I submit it, after I've done the edit. So I mean, we don't hate YouTube enough. Gun content creators, we're the only ones who have to deal with this stuff. It used to be conservative commentators, but now they stopped messing with them and they're fine. But we are the most hated by YouTube and regulated content niche on the platform, and it's just, it almost seems like there's nothing we can do about it. We can't do anything. I mean, appeals get rejected. We have no ways to hold them accountable. I can sit there and show 10,000. I can take my videos that have been removed before a jury and ask them if I am trying to sell firearms, ammunition, or accessories in that clip, and they would tell me no, I'm not. But yet, for some reason, some dude in India is gonna watch that and be like, "Well, it looks like he's selling firearms to me," and boom, my video that's 6 years old, that is one of my most watched videos, is gone. I know I'm ranting because I'm pissed because this keeps happening to me. Think of it from my point of view. I wake up first thing in the morning, video has been up for 6 years, removed. Nothing I can do about it. I know for a fact that it was removed for no good reason because it was removed for no good reason. I didn't violate any policy there. So I want to move to Rumble. I really do, so I can stop dealing with this stuff. But Rumble's algorithm is not set up for small channels who do long form content. It's set up for live. That's how how the whole thing set up now is live. They act more like a TV station that allows normal people to post. So I want to, if I could get all 36,000 of my subscribers to migrate to Rumble, I would stop posting on YouTube completely. I would, because it's frustrating. It makes me not even want to make content and upload it if I know it's just going to be removed for a bullshit policy that I didn't violate. And I know that's what YouTube wants. I know that's what their plan is to literally sit there and try to push us all off the platform. But I find it strange because I don't see any other content creators talking about this issue. I don't see anyone else making shorts or videos about having their videos removed for selling firearms policy and being bogus. It seems to only be me. And if anyone else is doing it, I haven't seen them talk about it. So I mean, it's crazy. And it's not even the videos that have firearm sponsors. It's old videos from 5, 6 years ago where I don't have any video sponsors whatsoever. No companies are involved. The firearms and everything are purchased myself, built myself, or loaned to me by someone that I know. And I'm not selling anything, trying to sell anything. I'm not advertising for a company or anything. Those are the videos that keep getting removed for some reason. And I don't know why. I've had what, 5 or 6 in this past year alone. Um, Most recently it was my Uberti new model army video removed this morning. My Choppa triple threat video removed this morning. My Halo AR video removed 2 weeks ago. Um, let's see, what was the last one before that? I my old Marlin 336 video was removed earlier in the year. Another video from way back when. It's I keep having these old videos removed for a policy that I'm clearly not violating the policy, and it's getting on my nerves. It is. I'm open to suggestions. If anyone has any ideas on how I can get YouTube to actually look at this and admit that they're wrong, that I wasn't selling anything in these videos so I can have my videos reinstated, that would be great. I'm open to suggestions, but so far, talking to them on X doesn't do anything. Talking to them in the chat support doesn't do anything. Editing out the portion of the video that they say I'm selling stuff hasn't done anything. I, that's the only options that I have. I can't get lawyers and try to sue YouTube over this stuff. I don't have that kind of money. So what is the recourse here? I don't know. And that's honestly why I haven't been posting many videos this year. Even though I have so much stuff planned, I have a bunch of backlog of footage. It's just when I after I film and I sit down, I edit, I'm it just in my mind is like, what's the point of putting in the effort if I know my video is going to be demonetized or removed for violations I'm not violating? It's frustrating. It is. And there's not really an alternative because, like I said, no matter how much I've tried, I haven't been able to get anyone to migrate to Rumble. I've got like what, 50 something followers on Rumble. I post all the same content there as I do here, just about, minus the shorts. And it's just, uh, uh, I can't get people to migrate or Rumble, so I'm stuck having to post on YouTube where most of my viewers are, and then YouTube constantly gives me the shaft because apparently they don't like me specifically for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. That's the end of my rant. If anyone has any ideas on what I can do, please let me know in the comments. I'm open to suggestions. I want any kind of uh option right now. Any kind of anything I can do that's going to make this stop happening would be awesome. I know there's probably not anything I can do. I don't know if there's any lawyers in my base that know anything about this stuff. I don't know. It just nothing I do works. Every appeal gets rejected. Every time I edit a video, they never approve it or never let me know anything back about it. And talking to the people and blasting YouTube openly on X doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. And back a year ago, it did when I blasted YouTube on X about a case like this. My video would actually get reinstated, but now they're not doing it at all. They're not doing. They're barely replying to me. So I don't know what I can do to make this stop happening because I'm tired of it being clear. I'm sitting there talking about on my Uberti video, my Cimarron video, literally um I'm talking about my Instagram, to follow us on Instagram. That's why I'm selling firearms. On my Uberti video or on the Chiappa video, it's literally like during my old intro when it's just my logo that they removed it. Yeah, okay, but okay, so you say I can't just blame YouTube, but who else am I supposed to blame when the video's removed for content violation for selling firearms, ammunition, or accessories? I can clearly look at the section that they are pinpointing that are saying that's where it's happening, and I'm talking about how mushy the trigger is, or I'm talking about following me on Instagram, or it's just my logo in that section. But then the appeals always get denied. Communicating directly with YouTube doesn't do anything. So who am I supposed to blame? I mean, I know it's probably the algorithm that's flagging these videos on the spot, but when I talk to the real people and bring it up to the real people, they don't do anything. They uphold the removal. So you say I can't just blame YouTube, but when the people at YouTube are the ones that are upholding the removal and not reinstating the videos or giving me options, who am I supposed to blame? You know, I mean, I, I don't know. I mean, if I had options, I'd take options. If like I said, if today I could get every single one of my subscribers to migrate over to Rumble, I would do it. Yeah, but it's every single video. On my shorts. So when they added, okay, so 2 years ago, or about a year and a half ago, they added the what is it, the age restriction policy to where only accounts that are logged in can actually view firearms content. Once that happened, I lost all my viewerships that were from overseas. Most of my viewers were in Russia, Germany, Argentina, Mexico, all over the world. Uh, about half of them were from around the world, and the other half were here in the U.S. As soon as they downloaded that, or they put that policy in place, my viewership dropped. I went from making 1,000 subs a month to literally the past year and a half. I've struggled to maintain 100 subs, get 100 subs, and maintain them. It's the problem is I wasn't big enough when that started. I only had 36,000 subs when that started in order for me to offset that the policy, because I used to upload a short, and on the low end, every single short I'd upload that was firearms related, I would get 2,000 to 20,000 views every single short. Um, and they updated that policy, and now I'm lucky if one of my firearm shorts makes 100 views. Yet I can post a video about a scorpion that I caught and tell a little bit of scorpion, and that video gets 10,000 views. I mean, the problem is, if you're actually a creator, you know about these problems. Every time YouTube makes one of these policies, it's harder for small channels to grow or to maintain their viewer base. It happens every time. Um, so, the problem is you go through and you do a lot of work. YouTube puts one of these new policies out, and it whittles away at our ability to maintain subs or gain subs. Now, the channels that were already big names 2-3 years ago, Brandon Herrera, Demolition Ranch, Grand Thumb, Kentucky Ballistics, Banana Blitz, all those guys that already had hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers before the new policies dropped, they're okay because they had enough views. First of all, once you get to 300,000 views, you get a personal YouTube representative that represents your channel that you can communicate directly to, that helps you with the prompts. So a lot of the bigger companies or channels have an in order to directly talk to somebody at YouTube whose vested interest is to help that channel solve problems. So that's one advantage they have. I remember a couple years ago, one of the policies that we managed to get fought back was the I guess the suppressor one. Demolition Ranch did a video on it. He's in his video, he literally, his representative fought for him and got his videos reinstated. Um, Smaller channels like me, we don't have that option. We don't. We're at the mercy of the chat support, which is completely useless, and then we're at the mercy of people who are in India who don't know anything about firearms. Who's, for them, it's better for them to just deny it because they don't want problems. Because it's always in the middle of the night my videos get removed. It's always the first thing I wake up to in the morning is a video that's removed, and it's frustrating. And I mean, eh, but the problem is, though, is even though I can prove without a doubt I did not violate the policy, my appeals are always rejected, and my videos are never reinstated. So I mean, I if other channels are having the problem, I don't see them really talking about it. I know the big channels, that are big enough to have their personal reps and big enough to have the money for lawyers and stuff like that. They don't have as many. They don't have videos removed that often. It's literally just demonetization, which at this point, there's not even a point in trying to monetize the firearms channel on YouTube anymore. I mean, uh, if small channels like me who are monetized, I don't get the views anymore to be able to even monetize, for it to even be worth the effort. Um, it's really a pain. But okay, but I've got it in here. I've got to work and eat breakfast and all that stuff like that. But I mean, it's, if anyone has any actual options or ideas for me on how I can actually contact YouTube, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get a better haircut and shave my. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. But if I shave my face, I'll look 5 years younger, and I won't look. I already don't look my age. I don't look 34. Just shave my face, and why would I look younger? But no, it's just frustrating. That's why I'm ranting. It is. It's if you're in the community, because I'm in a couple groups that are specifically for firearms content creators, And we all have similar problems with this, but it only seems to be the smaller channels that have the most problems. Because I've got one buddy who's in one of those groups. Y'all may know him. I've mentioned about it like that. Blazing Guns Ranch. Um, Robert over there. His channel blew up. He figured out the short algorithm just in time before it got shut down with all these new policies. Um, and he doesn't have these problems. Every single short he puts up, hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views, and but he got big enough before the policies dropped to where it really affect him. The lower number of subscribers you have, the more these policies affect you. You know, because you don't have the base to really fight back. Like if I had 300,000 views, subs, I could sit there and say, hey, look, they removed this video. I'm gonna re-upload it. Everyone go watch that video for me so I can show YouTube it's worth it and you value this content, stuff like that, you know. But the smaller channels, you know, I can't really do that. I've tried, you know, I've tried to get my base to migrate to Rumble, which I really would like, but you know, it just it's frustrating. Anyway, I'm going. Y'all guys have a nice day. Hopefully you have a better day than I do. Uh, have had so far. It's raining. I'm probably gonna get wet working today, you know, because you know I own a small, you know, landscaping company. Um, but yeah, y'all have a good day. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't mess with you like they mess with me. And no, I am not going to shave my beard. This is as short as I shave it. Actually, I like it longer than this. Um, but yeah, y'all have a good one. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the upcoming weekend. I'm hopefully going hunting this weekend. At a buddy's place. Maybe I'll get a deer. Maybe I'll get some hawks, set up some traps, all that stuff. So I might have some content coming up. You know, some shorts and like that. You know, plus um, the Bryn Mark II is this close to being finished. I got it all welded up over this past weekend. Everything is moving in and out of it. And the only thing I gotta modify is the striker a little bit more. And then I should be doing some test firing here pretty soon. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I try to read. My vision's kind of bad, so that's why I gotta get a little closer. I ain't got my. Many people don't know this about me. If you watch some of my videos and the shooting portions, I do wear glasses when I drive, watch TV, and stuff like that. It makes my video now I can read. But I that's the only time I wear them is when I'm driving and watching videos, you know, TV and stuff like that. Um, so I try to be very engaging with everyone that comments and everything. I really do. If someone comments, unless it's a negative comment that doesn't justify a response, I try to reply and give as much information like as I can. I honestly do. I try to be very engaging, and I know it's easier for me as a smaller content creator to do that because you know I don't have 300,000 comments on a video that I'm having to read through and whatnot. But you know I try to be as engaging as I can. But anyways, yeah. I'm going. I gotta eat. My food's getting cold here. I've got to go get wet working. Y'all have a great day. Um, yeah, have a good one. Look forward to hunting shorts maybe this weekend and the Bren test firing hopefully this weekend as well. If not next weekend or later or this upcoming week. And I've got some other firearms project updates in the works. If y'all want to see actual more detailed instructions and on how to do these part kits builds, you got to go to my Rumble. I can't talk about that here on YouTube, but on Rumble I can talk about all that stuff. For the Bren, I did a video on I think I did a live on that one there talking about everything that has to be done with it. I'm going to be doing a overview again here once the test fire is complete. I did a video talking about the modification on the Turkish Hotchkiss coming up. Um, so if y'all want to see that stuff, go over to Rumble. Y'all have a great day. I'm heading out. And by the way, yeah, YouTube sucks hardcore. They do. Y'all have a good one.